What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So we're in a new week, and it appears that this is probably going to be a more exciting week because of what's going on with Gotham Knights. The developers are having a Q&A session on the Discord server for Gotham Knights. So if at any rate you want to engage in that, I recommend that you actually go join the Discord and mark your calendar for that date. They haven't put a specific time, so it might be an ongoing thing over the course of the day, and it's not necessarily an AMA in that sense. It's just a Q&A, but I guess you can throw it down as an AMA, and we're going to see the developers actually responding to questions that some community members might or might not have, or maybe just be things that are just quite interesting in all. Now, this video today, I titled it Hot Takes in the Gotham Knights Community, and that's because I've seen a few things that have actually opened my eyes. Now, I've heard from some of the commentators here on our channel in the comment section that Gotham Knights has been getting a lot of hate. Now, those of you who know, I've covered Gotham Knights for a long time, so in our work in dissecting the game and talking about different aspects of the game, I've provided extensive critique about the game, but I didn't necessarily realize how bad it was. And so I decided, you know what, let me go around and look at some other Gotham Knights content, read some comments, and just kind of get a feel for what's going on within the community. And my very first place to start was the gameplay reveal, the demo that was actually dropped on May 10th. And I decided that I was going to peek into the like and dislike ratio of this gameplay reveal. And I found out that today, as of May the 23rd, the video has 26,000 likes and 32,000 dislikes. This is a huge ratio. And if you look through the comments, you're going to see it reflect a mixture of people who are for the project and some people who are not necessarily too excited about the project. And this is common with many video games. I mean, in fact, you can chalk it up to just fans being irate for no reason, or you could chalk it up to saying maybe some people have some concerns that they wish will be addressed before the game is released, or would like to know before they engage in playing the game. And so this is something that is out there. People are mixed and people are torn. And so it made me kind of wonder, I wonder if this is not the reason I've been seeing a lot of different concerns from even our community members on the Video Game Fight School channel that seem to take my videos as excessively negative, even though I've just been giving my critique based on specific technical things that I think probably need to be looked at carefully before we as players start jumping into pre-ordering, or maybe in a position where we go inordinately hype a game and a game does not meet expectations. But that aside, that's one very tiny minute detail. Most of us are going to play the game anyways. Most of us are going to buy the game anyways. In fact, I'm on the line for a donated copy. If in the event that I actually like and enjoy Gotham Knights, I've actually pledged a copy to one of my audience members. And so I'm hoping that the game is actually good, because I would love for us to be able to have the game and enjoy the game. But something else that I saw that was a very interesting hot take was a content creator in this space mentioned something about their critique on the game. They said something about the game probably not being participants for me to be able to take that data as concretely as I do. I mean, this is almost 5,000 players that have actually made this vote. I think we can say that that's a very significant sample size. I mean, I'm sure there are other people who probably don't want to play as any of the mains, and in the comments they made their minds known that they did not want to play as anybody because they didn't want to play the game. So there's no need to add them to skew the data in any way. And so we have a very interesting sample size of over 4,000 gamers who actually would like to play as these characters. Now, what this actually tells me and what this actually speaks to me is there are a lot of people that are actually anticipating Gotham Knights for a plethora of reasons that if you actually look past, say, the technical details, because you guys know I like the technical stuff. I like the way the game plays. I like the way the engine is being used to actually render the game, because it's an engine that I've actually spent over a year learning and diving into and actually using and suffering through, because that's a very hard thing to make a video game. But it says to me that the premise of Gotham Knights, though it might not necessarily have resonated at first, there is still a huge fandom behind the Bat family. And this has always been the case. In fact, most of you already know that initially when this game was first revealed, I was down to playing, Batgirl. I was like, man, Batgirl's probably going to be my main, and then Red Hood's going to follow, or it's going to switch back and forth. So I see myself in a situation where, yes, I'm looking at this survey and I'm saying it really does apply to the way that I'm actually visualizing the game. And I'm sure fans are really excited about all of this. My hope is that as the developers have these last 5 months, that they're doing everything possible to get the game in tip-top shape. One thing about a game is graphics and a few of these things are not necessarily all that. I mean, they do make games, yes. They make games look really nice. They make a very wonderful presentation. But game mechanics and the way a game progresses can also be a winning and a huge selling point for a game, or it could be a death knell. And these are some of the things that we're probably still trying to look forward to. In the reveal, they showed us a little bit about crafting and blueprints, but it will be nice for us to be able to get a few more details surrounding that. Because if the blueprints and the crafting systems really do work out in a way that actually makes the progression enjoyable, then I feel like it's something a lot of fans would definitely rally around. In fact, some people might be willing to just go zero-based destruction. They might just not necessarily want to level up, and in that sense anyways, or craft anything. They just probably want to play through the story and engage the game. And then after beating the game, for extra activities, basically endgame content, they can start leveling up their knight to become as strong as their knight actually can be in terms of the way the game allows. And so I think definitely that the mixed feelings are quite obvious. And I understand the game has received basically a very interesting marketing in terms of the way things have been known. And so I can see how some people would think that no one wants this game, like the YouTuber who made that comment saying no one wants to play as Nightwing or Red Hood, or like the ratio on the reveal trailer. Whereas over here, even though on this channel I might be critiquing the particulars of the game, I'm still excited, and I'm on the line right now for about 2 or maybe even more copies of the game, because I also have Batman fans in my family that are going to want to play the game. So I'm ready, and I'm already, basically throwing in my little change in a jar. So when this game is released, I'm happy to basically, engage and purchase the game. But for now, we're still taking a look at everything, and I want to make sure that we're measured and we understand to a greater extent what we're getting into. So let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for those of you who are basically newly joining the channel. Thank you so much for all that you guys are doing and for helping grow the channel. I hope to talk to you very soon in another video. Peace out.